Hey, good morning, Hastings. Let's get right into your briefing for March 19th. We're going to cover everything from that fog rolling over the Mississippi to some really cool moments from this exact date in history. And yeah, if you've looked out your window this morning, you totally get this. It really is one of those classic mornings where the river is just taking its sweet time, all wrapped up in a thick blanket of fog.
Okay, so let's break it down. What's actually creating this pretty dramatic scene we're seeing from the bridge this morning?
Well, for starters, yeah, it is cold out there. The National Weather Service had it at just 29 degrees earlier this morning. You can definitely feel that chill in the air.
And when you take that chilly air and you mix it with all the moisture coming off the river, well, that's why visibility has dropped down to about 5 miles. And the final ingredient? Pretty much no wind at all. So yeah, you've got the perfect recipe for this thick, soupy morning with nothing to push that fog out of the river valley. At least, not yet. But hey, the good news is this gray, foggy start is not going to stick around all day. Let's take a look at how the rest of our Thursday is shaping up. Just look at the difference here. We're going from this foggy, right around freezing kind of morning to a partly sunny and honestly a much friendlier afternoon. The high's going to climb all the way up to near 47 degrees. That is a huge swing for one day. So what does this actually mean for you getting to work or school? The big takeaway is that this fog isn't going anywhere fast. It's expected to hang around, especially between about 8 a.m. and noon. So yeah, definitely a morning to take it easy on the roads. So how do you tackle a day like today? All right, here's your game plan. First up, give yourself some extra time this morning, for sure. Second, you gotta think in layers. Start with a winter coat, but you'll probably be ditching it for a lighter jacket later. Third, if you've got errands to run, maybe save them for the afternoon. Same for a walk in Lovey Park. And last but not least, keep those sunglasses handy because you are absolutely gonna want them when that sun finally breaks through. Okay, let's totally switch gears now, because March 19th isn't just about our local weather. This date actually carries some pretty amazing historical weight. We're going to hit on three really different moments. The birth of a political legend back in 1860, a huge shift in Minnesota politics in 1918, and then something truly mind-blowing from 2008. So, first up, way back on this day in 1860, William Jennings Bryan was born. Now, this guy would go on to become one of the most powerful speakers in American history. I mean, he was this populist powerhouse who could just light up a crowd with speeches like his famous Cross of Gold speech. He even ran for president 3 times. He really did change the political conversation of his time. And now, let's bring it a little closer to home. On March 19th, 1918, a really important meeting happened in St. Paul. It was the Minnesota Nonpartisan League. And wow, was this a pivotal moment. It basically launched this whole new political movement that fought for farmers and laborers, and it eventually helped create the DFL party, which, as you know, has been a huge part of our state's identity for generations. But the story of this day doesn't stop at our state line. It doesn't even stop on our planet. So for our last stop in the time capsule, we're jumping from Minnesota politics to the vastness of outer space. Check this out. On this date in 2008, NASA made a huge announcement. The Hubble Space Telescope had found methane, an organic molecule, on a planet way outside our solar system. This led to that incredible statement you see right there. I mean, think about it. Evidence that the chemistry linked to life isn't just a thing here on Earth. It's a discovery that just completely changes how we see our little spot in the universe. Wow. Okay, after all that cosmic talk, let's bring it all the way back home for a little chuckle. Your weather joke of the day just nails our morning, doesn't it? Today, the Hastings Bridge is doing its best magic trick, disappearing in the fog and reappearing by lunch. And that's a wrap on our briefing for today. You know, we've gone from a foggy bridge right here in Hastings to a political shakeup in St. Paul and all the way out to a discovery that just expands our minds. So it leaves me with one last question for you. From that foggy bridge to a distant planet, what's going to make today special for you?